Hi guys, today we are discussing a new point with the text science, and here the name of the point is the components, or it may be called as the terms which are related to spherical mirrors. So let's start the point, terms related to spherical mirror. So actually this point is from the chapter, it is called reflection of light. That belongs to 9th standard, 10th standard, and it may be for 11th, 12th also. So here these are the terms which are related to spherical mirror. Now we know that what is the concept of mirror we have already seen. What is the plane mirror? Mirror basically divided in two parts, like first one is called plane mirror and second is called the spherical mirror. While the spherical mirror are again divided in two parts. The first is called concave, second is called convex mirror. Let's see, I will explain spherical mirror within a short period of time. Observe, this is what the diagram to denote the spherical mirror. This is the first one and this is the second one. Am I right? So what these two diagrams indicate? These two diagrams indicate the type of spherical mirror. The first type of spherical mirror is called concave. Why it is called concave mirror? Because the inner side is used as a reflecting surface, while the outer side it is nothing but the complete opaque. Means it is made up of a layer of aluminium, and along with the oxide layer has been formed. Here the layer of oxide has been formed, that is which is made completely polished, and here the light rays are incident on the reflecting surface and they are again reflected back. That is what concave, where the inner side is reflecting and outer side is completely opaque. It is called polished. What about convex mirror? The convex mirror is completely opposite to that of the concave mirror. What happened here? Here the outer side is used as a reflecting surface and the inner side is used as a polished, where the outer sides where the light rays are incident and they are reflected back. So the terms which are concept related to the spherical mirror, they are like applicable for both. It may be for concave, it may be for the convex. You can take any of these. Okay. So now the terms, now it's time to discuss the terms which are related to the concave mirror or the convex mirror, also called as the spherical mirror. So the number one first term, it is called pole, denoted with the help of the letter capital P. For the pole, we can use different types of diagram to remember the definition. Within 6 minutes, you can just revise the sixth term. Observe, this is a kind of mirror. Of course, it is the concave, just now I told you. And here, it is the actual mirror. And suppose I want to, like I ask you a question, find out the midpoint, exactly the center of the mirror. So here, if you have to find out the center of the mirror, so you can say that yes, this is the point where it is nothing but the center of the mirror surface. And this center of the mirror surface, it is called as the pole. So this is what the definition of pole. In short, I am writing the center of mirror surface. The center of mirror surface. Or you can say that the midpoint of the mirror surface. It is nothing but called as the pole. Okay. Now second. Now remaining concept, if you want to discuss one more point, we can discuss. It is what the center of curvature. The center of curvature. This is the second concept. Center of curvature denoted with the help of the letter capital C. And suppose you have to like consider the center of curvature. That time you have to like consider a complete mirror which have the sphere shape, or because it is a spherical surface. So here this is what actual mirror. Am I right? This is the actual mirror. It may be concave, it may be convex. You can consider any one. And if you want to remember the remaining concept, so you have to make it, convert it to the complete sphere. You have to convert it to the complete sphere. Now this is what the complete sphere will be there. And whenever a complete sphere is there, why we completed sphere here? Because it is a spherical mirror. And if you consider the center of the sphere, this is nothing but the center of curvature also. But this center is denoted by the, why the letter is called center of curvature? Because I know that it is nothing but a center of a sphere, of course. But this sphere having the specialty. What is that? The center of the sphere of which this mirror is a part. यहाँ पे mirror इसका part है. That's why the center of the sphere of which mirror is a part. Of course, it is a sphere, but here one of the part of the sphere is considered as a mirror. Physically, mirror should be there. Then this virtual and this logical and this physical both terms into the a complete spherical mirror, although this part is imaginary, which is indicated with the help of the red line, and this black is nothing but the actual mirror. So it is a completely sphere is there. Yes, this is nothing but the center point, but this center point is nothing but the center of the sphere. But what is the mandatory condition? Of which mirror is a part. So this is what the center of the curvature. So what is the definition? The center of the sphere of which mirror is a part. It is called center of curvature. Next one, what about the principal axis? Third one, principal axis. This is somewhat the imaginary term. This is somewhat the imaginary term. And here we know that this is what pole. This is the pole. This is the center of curvature. Now draw an imaginary line which is passing through center of curvature and pole. An imaginary straight line which is passing through center of curvature and pole. This imaginary line is nothing but the principal axis. Get it? So an imaginary straight line. What is the definition? An imaginary straight line. But what is the condition? Which is passing through center of curvature and pole. In short, I am writing an imaginary straight line which is passing through center of curvature and pole. This is what? Principal axis. Now the fourth term, this fourth term is called the radius of curvature. The fourth term is called radius of curvature, and this radius of curvature denotes with the help of letter capital R. This is the sphere. You can consider any line. For example, this is the line, and this is nothing but called as the R. What is this? This is nothing but the radius of the sphere. Of course, same definition. It is nothing but just like a radius of the sphere. But what is the condition? Of which mirror is a part. Just like a center of curvature, radius of curvature is also there. So what is radius of curvature? Nothing but, it is nothing but radius of a sphere. Radius of sphere of which mirror is a part. So radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. So here mirror is a part of the sphere, that you have to consider as a mandatory condition. So this is called as the fourth definition. It is called radius of curvature. Okay. So these are the four definitions out of 6. The first one is pole. What is pole? Center of the mirror surface. Center of curvature, nothing but the center of the sphere of which mirror is a part. Principal axis, an imaginary straight line passing through center of curvature and pole. And what is radius of curvature? Nothing but a radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. Now, before we have one more point, it is called principal focus. For principal focus, again you have to consider the special case. It may be for the convex, it may be for the concave mirror. So regarding concave mirror, I am explaining the definition of the principal focus. Imagine this is what the it is a concave mirror. This is what a pole. This is the center of the mirror. It is called as the pole. Next one, it is what the pole. And here we know that it is nothing but the center of curvature. Am I right? This is what? A principal axis. This line is called principal axis. This is the center of curvature and this is the pole. Okay. This is what? The principal axis. This is center of curvature and this is pole. Now some of the rays are there which are falling on the reflecting surface, inner surface. For example, this is the first incident ray, this is the second incident ray, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. Example. Okay. And these rays are parallel to the principal axis. What happen here? When they are striking on the inner surface, of what is called reflecting surface of the mirror, what happen here? They are reflected back. Of course, it is a mirror and we have the reflection phenomena. So they are reflected back. When they are reflected back, they meet somewhere on a single point, and this point is called F, and this is nothing but the principal focus. So when the incident ray, in case of concave mirror, are reflected, which are these incident ray which are parallel to principal axis, after incident on a concave mirror, they are reflected back and they meet at a point. Where they meet? There are two mandatory conditions. They meet on a principal axis. The first thing, they meet on a principal axis, and second, in front of the mirror. In case of concave mirror, they are meet in front of the mirror. These are the two conditions. So after incident on the concave mirror, which are parallel to principal axis, when they are reflected back, they meet at a point on a principal axis and in front of the mirror, and that point is considered as a principal focus. Okay, this is the fifth definition. And the last one, it is called focal length. Last point is what? Focal length, denoted by the letter small f. Very simple definition. What is that? The distance between capital F and P. The distance between capital F and P means what? The distance between focus, principal focus, that is capital F, and pole. So the distance between pole and principal focus, it is considered as a focal length. So these are the 6 terms which are related to spherical mirror. Which are the 6 terms are there? Number 1, pole. What is pole? The center of the mirror surface or the midpoint of the mirror surface. It is called as the pole. Center of curvature, the center of the sphere that we drawn. But here the mirror should be a part of that. It is called as the center of curvature. What is principal axis? An imaginary straight line which is passing through center of curvature and pole. It is called as the principal axis. What is radius of curvature? Nothing but the radius of the sphere of which mirror is a part. That is the mandatory condition. What is the principal focus? In case of concave mirror, what happened here? The incident ray which are parallel to principal axis, after reflection they meet at a point where on the principal axis and in front of the mirror. That is nothing but called as that point is called as the principal focus. And last, focal length, the distance between principal focus and pole, it is called as the focal length. Now question is what about the principal focus regarding convex mirror? It's very simple. Here this is what the convex mirror, am I right? This is what the convex mirror, this is what the pole. So here light rays, this is what, for example, this is the principal axis. Suppose this is the principal axis. Okay. Now what happened here? The light rays which are incident on the convex mirror, they are reflected back. What happened here? When they reflected back, they appear to be meet. Behind the mirror. So that is what called as the principal focus of convex mirror. That is what somewhat we call as the virtual image. ये जो concept है, that is concerned with that. So here they are in concave mirror, they meet on the principal axis. Yes, same case for convex, but in case of concave mirror, the principal focus is in front of the mirror, but in convex mirror it is behind the mirror. That is an imaginary, it is somewhat real. That is the difference in between these two. Okay, so these are the 6 terms which are related to spherical mirror. Okay, so if you understood, I hope you understood all this concept. If yes, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the further notification. Thank you.